Hey, hi! We had to do a book tour to show what we were reading for a class. So I have a couple bookshelves and places I store books, so we're just going to go ahead and get started with this one, okay? I have No Mercy by Sherilyn Kenyon. I have The Dirt, which is an autobiography of the Motley Crue. I have Slash, which is a biography of the guitar player from Guns N' Roses. Love that book. I have Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantasky. I have The Book Thief, which is by Marquez Suzak. It's another really good book. I have Rampant by Diana Peters for fun, I think. I can't say a lot of names, sorry. I'm also sorry this is shaky, it's on my laptop. I have Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I have Bliss by Lauren Miracle. I have A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I have Crunch Time by Jonathan Fredericks. That was a good book. I have The Historian, which was an amazing, amazing book. That's by Elizabeth Kowalska, I think. I have Wake, which is the first of the Wake trilogy, by Lisa McMahon. I'm going to scooch over for a second, you guys. Okay, I have Generation Dead by Daniel Waters. That was a good book. I have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Another good one. I loved The Help. This was a great book. Catherine Stockett. I have the first bind-up of The Secret Circle, which includes The Initiation and The Captive Part 1. I have Intertwined by Gina Showalter. And I have the first of Scott Westerfield's Ugly series. Okay, down to the second shelf. Okay, I have All American Girl and Ready or Not by Meg Cabot. I have a modern fairy tale trilogy by Holly Black, Tith, Valiant, and Ironside. I have Stargirl and 2 copies of the sequel Love Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. That was such a cute series. I have The Absolute True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. I have Speak. I love that book. I have Megan McGade's Guide to the McGrowan Boys by Kate Bryan. I have Saving Zoe by Alyssa Knoll. That's very sad. Pride and Prejudice, Playing with the Boys. Hearts at Stake, which is the first of the Drake Chronicles. I have Switched by Amanda Hocking. I'm sorry, that's really bad. Here, that's a little better. Switched by Amanda Hocking. First in the Pretty Little Liars series. I have The Upper Class. I have The Princess and the Hound. I have Prom Nights from Hell, which has little short prom stories by all of these different authors, including like Meg Cabot and Stephanie Myers. So that was fun to read. Go back in. I have Blood and Chocolate. I have the Vegas Vampire series by Aaron McCarthy. So I have High Stakes, Bit the Jackpot, Blood Dry, and Sucker's Bet. I have Playing Easy to Get, which is an anthology with 3 different authors, and I actually have read stuff from all 3 authors, Jade Black, Kresley Cole, and Sherilyn Kenyon. So that's a good one to have. And then I have The Thief Lord by Cornelia Flunk. And now we'll go down to the bottom shelf. Down here, I have the 2 bind-ups of Alex Duvall's Vampire Beach. So the first one has Bloodlust and Initiation. And the second one, Vampire Beach 2, has Ritual and Legacy. I really like that series. I have the first 2 bind-ups of the Wicked series, so Witch and Curse and Legacy and Spellbound. I have the Gregor the Overlander series, all 5 books. So Gregor the Overlander, Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane, Gregor and the Curse of the Warm Bloods, Gregor and the Marks of Secret, and Gregor and the Code of Claw. These are all by Suzanne Collins. Then I have J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So I have Dark Lover, Lover Eternal, Lover Awakened, Lover Revealed, Lover Unbound, Lover Enshrined, Lover Avenged, a guide to the series of interviews of all of the different characters. Lovermine and Lover Unleashed over there. I love, love, love this series. It is so, so good. So that is my first bookshelf. Okay, we are at my second bookshelf. So up at the top, we have a book that was co-written by Lynsay Sands and Jeannie Frost called A Bite Before Christmas. That was good. I have the entire Fairy Wars Chronicles by Herbie Brennan. So Fairy Wars, The Purple Emperor, Ruler of the Realm, and Fairy Lord. I have the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. So The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay. I love that series. I also have A Girl on Fire, which is a book of essays by different authors about the Hunger Games and the symbolism, which is a really nice companion to have. I have Graceling and its companion Fire by Kristen Cashore. I have the first three in Melissa Marr's Wicked Lovely series, Wicked Lovely, Ink Exchange, and Fragile Eternity. And then I have the 4 Memorial Instruments books out right now, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, and City of Fallen Angels, as well as Clockwork Angels and Clockwork Prince, which is the first 2 in the Infernal Devices, and these are all by Cassandra Clare, who is one of my favorite authors. Now let's move over here where I have some more romancy books. At the top, I have Into the Dark, which is an insider's guide to Gina Showalter series, which should really be down there with the rest of her books. That's out of place. I have Eternal Lover, which is an anthology with 4 different authors and includes Lynsay Sands and Rochelle Mead, who I really like. I have 6 of Lynsay Sands' historical romances. So I have The Heiress, The Brat, The Perfect Wife, What She Wants, The Chase, and The Deed. And then I have the first 17 installments of Lynsay Sands' The Family Arjun series. So I have The Single White Vampire, Love Bites, Tall, Dark, and Hungry, A Quick Bite, A Bite to Remember, Bite Me If You Can, The Accidental Vampire, Vampires of Forever, Vampire Interrupted, The Rogue Hunter, The Immortal Hunter, The Renegade Hunter, Bitten by Cupid, which has the next in the series in it, and then Born to Bite, Hungry for You, and way, way down here is The Reluctant Vampire. Then up here at the top of the shelf again, I have the Pharaoh Warrior series by Pamela Palmer, which includes Desire Untamed, Obsession Untamed, Passion Untamed, Rapture Untamed, Hunger Untamed, and Ecstasy Untamed. This one had a really good cliffhanger. I can't wait for the next one in the series. Then I have all of my Gina Showalter books, because she's a really good author. I have 3 standalone novels by her. I have The Stone Prince, The Pleasure Slave, and Catch a Mate. And then I have the first 3 in her Atlantis series, Jewel of Atlantis, The Nymph King, and The Vampire's Bride. I had the other one, The Heart of the Dragon, but I lost it at state basketball, so I don't have that anymore. Then I have her Lords of the Underworld series, which is one of my favorite series. So I have Heart of Darkness, which she is an anthology with Maggie Shea and Susan Kernard, and she has a short story in there for the series, which is really good. I have The Darkest Night, The Darkest Kiss, The Darkest Pleasure, The Darkest Whisper, The Darkest Passion, The Darkest Lie. Down here is The Darkest Secret, The Darkest Surrender, and The Darkest Seduction comes out on the 28th. So I'm really, really excited to get that because it's Paris' story. Yes! And then I have Lynsay Sands' Highlander trilogy. So, Devil of the Highlands, Taming the Highland Bride, and The Hellion and the Highlander. These covers are really, really pretty if you can't see them, but I'm not going to pull them out because I might kill myself with books. And then up here I have just a little thing. So I have an old American Girl book that I used to like when I was still into dolls. I have diary notes. I have a cute mother to daughter that my mom got me a couple years ago. It has just like quotes like believe in yourself and stuff. I have Letters from Peking, which is about an American soldier and a Japanese woman. That was a really cute book. I have Soul to a Lard by Karen Rinley. I have The Outlaw Viking by Sandra Hill. I have The Bounty Hunter's Bride, which I hated. I don't think I even finished that book. I hated that book. I have The Moonstone, which was a really good mystery, if you can't tell from all the times I've read it because the binding's falling apart. Down here I had Interview with a Vampire, which is the first of the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. I've read all of those, but only on the first one. That was a really good series. I have Eternal Pleasure by Niana Bangs. I have Sunshine by Robin McKinley, which I highly recommend. That was a surprisingly good read. I have Night Keepers, which is one of the Final Prophecy novels by Jessica Anderson. And I have To Catch a Pirate, which is about a girl who stows away on a pirate ship. That was kind of cute. But I have more of my younger girl romances. So I have Royally Jacked, Scary Beautiful, Ripped at the Seams, and Major Crush. I have 24 Girls in 7 Days, and I have Aragon. I've read the entire Aragon series, but I only own Aragon. So, yeah. And we'll go on to the next shelf, which I have Shiver, which is the first of the Werewolves of Mercy Falls series. I have Vampire Kisses. I have the Bind Up, which has Vampire Kisses, Kissing Coffins, and Vampireville. Then there's the fourth one, Dance of a Vampire, The Coffin Club, and Royal Blood. There's another 3 out now, but I don't have them. I've gotten behind on that series. But it's cute. There's the Blue Blood series by Melissa de la Cruz with Blue Bloods, Masquerade, Revelations, and the Van Allen Legacy. It's kind of like Dracula meets Gossip Girl. It's very interesting. I have what is probably my favorite vampire series by Rochelle Mead, Vampire Academy. So there's Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadowkiss, Blood Promise, and Spiritbound. I've read Last Sacrifice, but I don't own it right now. I read it at the library. That is a really good series. Of my Twilight books. So I have the Unofficial Guide to the Series by Lois H. Gresh. I have Twilight in History, which talks about events and the culture from each of the vampires when they were humans and how it affects their characters, which I really liked. I have the graphic novel, which is an adaptation by Young Kim. Then I have the actual saga, Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, and the official illustrated guide to the series, and these are all by Stephanie Myers. So let's go over to another part of my